Freshman? No.
Sophomore and junior. Welcome back to Access Daily. Our next guest really needs no introduction, guys. She's a total legend. Please welcome Brooke Shields to our show.
Thank you.
Hi, Brooke. Thank you.
The last time we chatted, we were on Zoom. We were Zooming it.
Oh my God, wasn't there something fabulous in your house? There was like a nude behind you or some great artwork.
Do you remember? There's this beautiful artist, and it's the back of people, and one of them is completely butt to the wind. And I didn't realize, I like the artist, obviously, but it's just from the New York Academy of Art. And so I was doing a parent-teacher conference.
And there's the
I get a call, and they're like, we're not sure you're aware, but there's a nude butt behind you. We're talking about, history and math and English, and I was like, yeah, and?
Sun's out, buns out.
Yep.
I loved it. Not to be vacuous, but you look fabulous.
Thank you.
What are we doing?
I just like these legs. These are not.
I feel like the skirt's a little short, bro.
Oh, well, please.
Yeah. Nothing gets between me and my Calvins.
Well, I would probably be nude if I had these legs. They're just perfect.
I say in my 50s, my new thing is to try to age gratefully, and I stole that from Tina Turner. But do you have a mantra like that? Like, I really believe it.
I'm so grateful that my body has taken care of me this long. Do you know what I'm saying? It's given me children. It's healed from various accidents and surgeries, and I think that we talk about that. I feel better in my 50s than I ever did prior.
Same. There's something about it. Don't you feel more creative than ever? Like, I feel more centered and more ready to tackle way more things than I did in my 20s and 30s and 40s.
Well, that's why I started this multimedia platform called Beginning Is Now, because I'm obsessed with this fact that we come into our prime when we no longer have to check the boxes that we felt like we do or we're biologically sort of tied to. And then it's all about what your new chapters are and who do you want to be. And a lot of women, once their kids go to college and they're empty nesters, or they don't know necessarily what they want or who they even are.
And so many of our friends, I think, gave up a lot raising their kids, their careers, and they don't know what to do. How are you feeling? I call it the back nine. So I've got 2 in college, 1 at home. And I said to my husband, I'm a little worried about the back 9 because we've been so involved in our kids' lives. How are you feeling about what's coming when Greer goes to school?
I think that I'm trying to find reasons to be happy about it and look forward to it. So I think reconnecting with my husband in a different way will probably be freeing, and I hope that I'm looking forward to that. But I'm gutted when my older daughter went back the second year, not even the first year.
So what was different? Because I felt the same way.
She was going back to a life that for her was not really as unsure. So she was less tethered to me. I mean, she was like, yeah, see ya, bye, opposed to, well, that sort of beginning where you're still needed. And now she's got her life and she's in a sorority and she has such a full life that has nothing to do with me.
We're not a part of it. We just went back for Parents Weekend. They have this whole world that has nothing to do with us, and they're becoming these people. It's a little harder. I think you're right. It's the non-tether thing.
It's beautiful. And you watch them sort of come into their own and come to fruition and have relationships that you don't know, and you're watching them navigate. And it's a great feeling, but it really is bittersweet because I just miss her so much.
So much. Do you ever reflect back? Because you were famous so young, and then look at them at the age they are now and thinking about everything you've done but that age, but how also more advanced they are. Like, it's a weird dichotomy to look at that, I feel like.
They're so much more mature than I ever was. And they're so much more confident than I ever was.
Same.
And I mean, I didn't even learn really who I was until I was probably in my 40s.
Yeah.
And I think that I've given them the freedom to have opinions, whereas it just never occurred to me to have opinions, and nobody really cared.
Yeah.
When I'm in the entertainment industry, nobody's like, they don't want your opinion. And my mom was such a tremendous sort of force for me that her opinion was my opinion, and I just opted for it. And it wasn't until I went to college that I started understanding how my brain works. But I watch these girls, and they're not burdened with it, and their body image is so much better.
Best thing ever.
I mean, they love it, and look at it, and all these, and all the movements, and the clothing, which I can't even really call clothing.
Same.
It's like a belt. I'm like, she's like, no, it's a skirt. I'm like, no, that's a belt.
That's a belt. That's a belt. The bikinis don't even get me started.
The
but
corsets.
I'm like, the whole thing. But to your point of the body positivity, I lean into it. I don't judge. I say, you're rocking it, and you do it.
But they, in reverse, helped me have, because I was the hiding one, and back out of rooms, and and just don't show your curves, and it was such a weird thing, because my daughters would actually say to me, Mom, you've got a body, like you should just embrace it. And when your daughter teaches you something like that, and when you've been in an industry that I've been in forever, it just really is unbelievably impacting.
Do they know what impact you've had on so many people in your career? Like, do they know how cool you are?
Not even, no.
Not even, no.
and they make sure to tell me. They make it
That's true love.
Very clear.
That's true love right there.
Yes, they make it very clear. But now there's like glimmers of things, like something I'll wear, or they'll see me in an environment. We went to the Spirited premiere that my husband was involved in a bit, and so I get out in that, and it's the frenzy, and it's the whole thing, and they see it, and they just kind of, I can see them saying, oh, she's a thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I mean? But I think what's even more important is now they see me doing a podcast called Now What for iHeart. They see me starting my own business, which has been the most terrifying thing. And they used to make fun of it, and they'd say, oh, you're doing work for Beginning Is Now? And I was like, yeah, I just want you to watch your mother be a badass and be a CEO and really work hard at this phase of my life. And that's a really good thing for young women, I think, to see.
And tell us about your Christmas movie, your holiday movie.
It's called Holiday Harmony.
I'm already in. Tell me everything.
I love these movies.
Me too.
I gotta be honest, and especially where we are in the world right now, it's just so, it's a moment of reprieve from feeling scared and anxious and angry and all of the above. And this, they came to me. I play get ready. It's typecasting, a car mechanic who owns alpacas.
Perfect. You had me at alpaca and car mechanic right here. Well, and do you find love? What is this car mechanic up to?
I am not. I am the mother of. I am the sort of the conductor of the sort of the connector of my son, who is going to get the business, and this young woman.
You're a matchmaker.
Annalise Sepuera, who isn't believe it. They're so talented, these kids. Yeah, I see that there's a spark in the eye, and so I sort of try to mastermind kind of getting them together.
You have to ignite the spark.
Yes, I ignite the spark.
Guys, get excited. We've got a clip of your holiday movie, Holiday Harmony. Roll it.
Can I borrow your phone?
Absolutely. Here you go. Buttons all work. Just call who you like.
I was gonna update my story.
Like what?
My story?
Oh, we all got a story, darling. Hey, you play the guitar?
Yeah. No, 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 no. No, it's broken.
Oh, I am so sorry.
What am I gonna do? This is bad. This is so bad.
It ain't that bad, but it ain't good either.
This is Jeremy, best mechanic in Oklahoma. Also happens to be my son.
I thought we were going to see you rolling out under there.
Oh, I was less graceful, but I mean, I had to roll out from under it, from under the car. I always wanted to do that because it just seemed cool.
From Greece.
Like,
when they
pulling
flew out under there?
Really hard to get up from being on your back with your knees up. I mean, that's another show, but it was, it's like all these kind of fun things that I got to do. And these alpacas were not Hollywood alpacas.
Oh, interesting. They didn't know to hit their mark?
No, and they were very skittish, and I had to spend all this time with them, and I'm thinking, what is my life? What am I doing? I've got mud on my, dirt on my face, and I'm training alpacas. But I guess it's these movies that come out, I think they're rom-coms.
Yeah.
And we know what they are, and it's nostalgia. It's going back to just feeling good.
My favorite.
And you root for the people,
yes.
and
They're shot so beautifully. The music's great. They make you feel something. Guys, let's hear it for Brooke Shields coming in. You can watch Holiday Harmony Thanksgiving Day on HBO Max. And guys, don't forget to check out the podcast Now What with Brooke Shields. It's wonderful. Great seeing you. Thank you. Coming up, she's starring opposite Mari, the new Christmas movie, Stepping into the Holiday. Jana Kramer is here coming up next. You know what's funny?